All right, I just started up a YT stream that I noticed that we're back in the game. Man, I gotta let everybody know I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Hey, Redbox is scrolling the wrong
Good
way.
evening, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Barry West,
Can you mute the podium?
92828.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant that was issued with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, 9, and 15 of your probation. Hold on one moment and then I'll let you speak, okay? I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing on April 29th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If that bond is posted, you'll have written conditions of release that will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Now, did you have any questions, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. I've already talked to my lawyer about those allegations. The Judge Schwartz is already aware of all of them.
What allegations?
We've already, I don't know if he has or hasn't yet, but he's already filed the motion for motion of to modify conditions.
So this looks like it's a fairly new warrant. This warrant just issued April 15th. So it's about a week old and there's no motion requesting to quash this warrant or change anything. So you'll have to discuss that with your attorney, anything if something's changed. But as of right now, you do have a valid warrant on this violation.
What up, Linda?
Okay.
Any other questions, sir?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, I'll give you your paperwork. Justin Callahan to the podium and Tanya Bracamonte to the chair.
What up, Adventures in Magic? I hear echo on here. What the?
Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Justin Callahan, 12/27/88.
Thank you. It does look like you have 3 cases on the calendar, and they're all probation violation warrants with allegations that you violated terms 3 and 5 in each of your probation cases.
Thank you,
I will appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing on April 29th at 8:30. In each of your cases, you have a secured appearance bond of $500 for a total of $1,500. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. All of this information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yes. Is there any way I can get OR? Because look, I just got out of detox. I've been in detox half the time in 3 different detoxes, and I've been staying sober. I didn't get caught with no drugs on me. I didn't get caught with. Only thing I got caught with was a Black Mile, and I was sitting down smoking a Black Mile when I got pulled up on. And I told him, yeah, I'm on probation. I admitted to it, and I'm willing to come to my court hearings. I got no reason to run. I got an apartment on 8th Street right here in Phoenix, and now that I got my own apartment, so I would like to know if I could please get OR.
So it looks like you were previously seen in February, and you were ordered to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release.
And I did. I told him I was going to detox.
This indicates that you did not do that and that they did not know where your whereabouts were, and that's the purpose of the filing of this petition to revoke your probation. So you'll have to discuss that with your attorney at your next hearing, which will be April 29th, but the bond will remain tonight. Do you have any further questions, sir?
No.
Okay, just step to your left. I'll give you that paperwork. Tanya Bracamonte to the podium and Mario Rivera to the chair.
Hey, is my stream lagging? Is it lagging? Or is it just my computer?
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Tanya Marie Bracamonte, 12/26/83.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you have 2 cases on the calendar. The first one is a new Superior Court case, and it does include 1 count of aggravated domestic violence, a Class 5 felony, and 1 count of disobeying an order of the court, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $1,500. In addition to that, it looks like you're on probation. So when you were picked up for this new offense, that is a term 1 violation of your probation. So I will appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in that case of $50. So it's a total of $1,550. If bond is posted, you do have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. You must comply with the order of protection that has been issued, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, ma'am? Okay, if you'll step to your left, I'll give you that paperwork. Mario Rivera to the podium. Sadera Gilmore to the chair.
My
Good evening.
comments
Can
are
I get your name and date of birth?
Jim Mario Rivera, 4/24/55.
Thank you, sir. It does look
What
like
up?
you have two cases on the calendar, and they're both failure to appear bench warrants that were issued for you. I will affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you in these cases, and I'm going to set a probation revocation hearing on April 29th at 8:30. And in that case, I'm affirming the secured appearance bond of $900. And in the second case, you're going to have a status conference April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30. And you have a $50 bond in that case. So between the two cases, it's a secured appearance bond of $950. You have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. And then you'll need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any future failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of any bonds you post. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
I came from court yesterday, and then when I went to see my PO, that's where they arrested me. And then I was trying to explain to them that's where I came from court here in Phoenix. And so I went to explain to her that I went to court and they arrested me. I really don't know what's going on. Now I was trying to get them squashed, both cases we're talking about right now. And I did have one squash, I believe. And I was working on the other one. And that's when I went to my probation officer, and that's when they arrested me and brought me over here.
I hate when that happens. Come on,
I tried to explain
homeboy.
to them, I was trying to get a hold of the lawyer.
You ain't
I was supposed to
you.
call the lawyer as soon as I got out of there.
You ain't no
On
rookie.
the second one to get squashed. Yeah, but I went to see my probation officer first, and that's when they arrested me because I didn't have a chance to call and not look my other lawyer first.
It's always an excuse.
I believe.
So I do see that a motion to quash the warrant was filed. It was denied. There was still an additional hearing that took place, and you didn't appear at that hearing.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it was sent to another address because I don't live in that address. I gave him a PO box, in my brother's PO box that way I could get a hold of it, but I never got a hold of it.
Motion denied, if you will.
Okay, we'll discuss that with your attorney at your next hearing. You'll meet with your attorney at your next hearing, which is April 29th at 8:30. That's the same date. Actually, you have a hearing April 28th and April 29th.
What kind of warrants?
One is the probation revocation hearing, and one is the status conference.
Did she violate 15?
Dangerous drug charges. Okay.
Okay, I guess, yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
What up, Laura?
I'm sorry?
Okay.
Okay,
if you step to your left, they'll give you that paper.
4 of them? Jesus.
Pardon me? I'm sorry.
If you step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Hey,
sir.
so somebody asked what squash.
Ms. Gilmore
squash.
to the podium,
Squash?
and
Is it
Mr.
squash?
Dudley
Squash?
to the chair.
I don't know. Hey, you know what? That's new for me. I've never heard that because I'm not from Arizona. But what I think it is to settle the warrants.
Good evening. Can I get your name
Or
and
take
date
care
of
of them.
Jay Gilmore, December 18th, 1982.
Quash.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. I am affirming the secured appearance bond of $750. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release that will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. And then you'll need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of that bond. Did you have any questions, ma'am? Okay, just step to your left, they'll give you that.
Hey, I was like the other guy the other day was saying
Dudley to the podium and Mr. Robles to the chair.
Is this live? You ask? Hey, don't come to me for legal advice. I might give you.
Could I please get your name and
might
date of
get you locked up.
My name is Jihad.
They won't let you out.
Jihad, 8876. Can you please put me under my name? Because my people all have a hard time finding me. Also, I had a problem with probation. They had me down as Jay Dudley. I don't have an ID as Jay Dudley. So when I go down to take my UA, they don't accept it because they don't have my name, and I don't have an ID in that name. My name is Jihad Majid Ahad.
Oh no!
It's on my.
Do you know why they ever booked you as Dudley?
That was my old name.
It's a few reasons. I have a brother that's used my name before, and under that name.
What? Your brother?
I've used.
Thank you for that, Daily Heart.
1,000 aliases when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
So that one sticks, but it's supposed to be under Jihad Majid Ahad. That's what I should be booked under, and that's what's on my Arizona ID.
Better call
under the
Sal
booking
Bateman
name,
for help.
The name you've indicated. I can't change that they have you listed under Mr. Dudley, though. So talk to your attorney. I'm not sure if there's anything they could do about that if it's causing issues.
They're going to tell me the same thing. They're going to tell me that the court you have to put it on the docket that is recognized as my legal name. I don't know what the process is, but like that's the name.
You better believe if I'm out there committing crimes.
I think the officers.
My AKA.
That's the easier.
It's not going to be Dudley. You better believe that.
But I'm going to have a problem with probation.
Is this life now?
And taking urinalysis and everything if I'm booked under that name. I can't get an ID in that name.
Dudley! You need to put it in writing to ask for the change. Write to WAJ321. He'll come back next week, change name, thinking a crime will leave. You can't just pick a name and ask the judge to change it.
Both names interchangeably throughout the paperwork, and just has Mr. Dudley as the alias.
Good morning from the UK.
So if it has it as the alias, then why would it show up as the primary?
Like I said, in different places it kind of flip-flops it. In some places it has Dudley as the alias, and in some places it has it as...
Hey, just like Crime Don't Stop, they have court all day here.
With your booking name as Mahad.
Crimers are going to be criming all the time, especially after midnight.
Hopefully your attorney can file something to get it corrected for purposes of your urinalysis. Because like I said, I do see it kind of listed both ways, interchangeably in different documents. I'm not sure exactly how it got that way, though. You are here today on a probation violation that was filed with allegations that you violated terms 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 of your probation.
Did he get 15? Nah, he didn't
I'm going
get
to
15.
appoint an attorney to represent you, and you'll have a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $750. If you post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release. It will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. That phone number will be included in your paperwork.
So I can bond out on this.
James, move your hand. I can't see him.
It's the secured appearance bond of $750, so you can use a bail bonding company if you choose to do so. And then if you do bond out, just make sure you contact your probation officer and then attend that hearing on April 29th. Did you have any questions?
That's it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Just step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, so
Mr. Robles to the podium.
When you use an alias,
Mr. Kennard to the chair.
And they book you on that, it's hard to get that stuff reversed. A lot of times they'll just keep you under that name because it keeps everything a lot easier.
Date of birth?
Javier Robles, 8/13/92.
Thank you. It does look like you are here on 2 cases on the calendar. And it looks like they are both failure to appear warrants. You missed some hearings.
No,
I'm
she's
going to
not here.
affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you. And I'm going to set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. I'm going to set a status conference April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $500 on one case and $50 on the other. So between the 2 cases, it's a total of $550. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. It does include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. You'll need to ensure you attend all of those hearings to avoid any future failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of any bond you post. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, so I'm bondable.
What?
Say that again, sir?
So I can get bonded out?
Yes, if you post bond, you have a secured appearance bond of $550 that would need to be posted.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, why does he have sandals with socks
Mr.
on?
Kennard to the podium and Ms.
Gators.
Stillwell to the
Whoa,
chair.
look at he has sandals on. What happened to his shoes? Sounding like a whippersnapper. I thought it was an old man when I heard him.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
James Allen Kennard, 3rd, December 1st, 1988.
Thank you. It does look like you are here on 2 probation violation warrants that were issued with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, and 15.
Oh, 15?
I will appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 in each case for a total of $500. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 24 hours. All of this information will be listed in your paperwork. Did you have any
What
questions?
was that?
No.
Thank you, sir. If you step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Sound like somebody was in pain.
Ms. Stillwell to the podium
It might be the Llorona.
and Ms. Silva to the chair.
James, what live stream are you watching?
Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Jasmine Stillwell.
Sorry about that,
Your
guys.
date of birth, ma'am?
August 7, 1982.
Thank you. It does look like you have 2 cases on the calendar. The first one is a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You'll have a status conference April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30. You have a secured
Tend to
appearance
keep it
bond
down.
of $250 in this case. You're also on probation, and so when you were picked up for this offense, it is a Term 1 violation. So I'm going to appoint an attorney on that case as well and set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 in this case as well. So it's a total bond of $500 between your 2 cases. If bond is posted, you have written conditions of release that will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release, and then you'll need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture
Thank you
of
for
any
that
bond.
daily hard,
All of
Julia.
that will be
Or
in your
Jody.
paperwork. Did you have any questions? If you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork.
Riley, thank you for sharing that live. Highly
Ms.
appreciate that.
Silva to the podium
Probably is, if
and
you
Mr.
will.
Young to the chair.
Despo, thank you for the follow. Hey, and if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. It's free for you,
Good
free for
evening.
me.
Can I get your name and date of birth?
Don't be a Mr. Krabby Patty.
Alejandra Silva, December 2nd, 2000.
Damn,
Thank
she's looking
you, ma'am.
mighty
It does
rough.
look like you have 2 cases on the calendar. The
La
first one is
Leona.
a probation violation warrant that was issued with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of your probation. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation
She looks like she
revocation
got a
hearing
mop
April
head.
29th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $350 in this case. You also have a warrant from Peoria Municipal Court related to a drug paraphernalia charge with an offense date of sorry,
Out of the
it's not
chair
a
in the
warrant. It's a
bedroom.
new case with an offense date of today, April 22nd, 2025. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on April 24th at 9 a.m. You'll have a $50 secured appearance bond in this case, and that is a Class 1 misdemeanor charge. Between the 2 cases, it's a $400 secured appearance bond. If you post bond, you have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours, and then you'll need to ensure you attend those hearings. They are at 2 different locations.
Right
Dates,
here? Hold
times,
on, let
and
me get it.
locations
Right
will
here?
be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Young to the podium and Ms. Goodman to the chair.
Hold the screen
Good
and
evening. Could I get your name and
repost
date
the
of birth?
live, if you will.
Clyde Young, April 25th, 1983. Before you begin, Your Honor, may I address you, please?
I'm going to go over some information I need to address with you, and then I'll give you an opportunity to speak. Okay, sir?
All right.
You are here on 1 case, and it is a
What up,
Superior
Natalie?
Court probation violation warrant with allegations that you violated terms 1, 3, and 5 of your probation. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and I'm going to set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $250. If that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release. It will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release. Now, did you have any questions regarding that?
Yes, ma'am. I understand that he have issued a warrant out for my arrest, but I've been calling him and leaving voicemails on his message machine for like the last couple of weeks.
And because I'm supposed to report to him every second Thursday of the month. And
is that his Best Buy uniform?
And he just now, I was just now able to get in contact with him yesterday. And I've been spending time in the hospital. I'm homeless. I have an enlarged prostate. So I have to have tests done to see if I have cancer or not. And I'm going through some hardship right now. I'm in school. I'm at RSI. I'm supposed to be in school tomorrow. And I was kind of hoping if you could give me some leniency with give release of my own reconnaissance because I can't afford the $250. I'm down here by myself. I don't have no help. And I'm doing the best I can to try to make ends meet, to try to reach out for support and to do things that's necessary for me to do.
So I did read the probation notes, and I do see that you did contact him yesterday, and he had some questions regarding where you had been the last 6 weeks, and you had apologized for not reporting. And so that's part of the reason why you're here is for failing to report for the previous 6 weeks, in addition to a couple other offenses. And so I am going to affirm the bond of $250, and then your next hearing will be April 20th.
His phone was broken.
Man, my birthday is April 25th, man. And I don't have the $250 to bond out.
But you got it from the club?
Like I said, I've been calling this man. I've been leaving voicemails for him to reach me. I've been trying to contact him, and he just answered the phone for me. And I was so happy. I was like, man, thank you for finally answering the phone for me. But he was so adamant. He didn't want to. I understand, like, that my situation being homeless and whatnot. Like, homeless? Really, like, because my phone was turned off and I couldn't afford to pay my phone bill. But as soon as I paid my phone bill, I reached out to him. You know what I mean? And it was right in time for me to have my schedule busy, which is
so you're telling me nobody in the homeless encampment had a phone to let you borrow?
It took 6 weeks. It took that long, but I was reaching out to him, leaving the voicemails and everything. I was letting him know that I was in the hospital.
I thought your phone was disconnected.
I was letting him know what was going on with me, reading through the voicemails. Even though I didn't have like contact with him personally, like over the phone, but I did leave a voicemail for him.
So you did or you didn't?
And I've been reaching out to support groups. I've been reaching out. I went to the mission to try to find spots that I could get into because I am homeless. And he knows that because I told him that, and I was like, I mean, it's a struggle out here, but I'm being perseverant and I'm doing the best that I can. And if I don't go to school, they're gonna drop me out. I just started school last week Tuesday.
Don't trip. You're not that invested in it.
I'm trying to do everything I can possibly do just so I can have a nice livelihood and be an outstanding citizen in the community.
Outstanding citizen?
And I appreciate that, sir.
Thank you for that.
But again, there are multiple reasons that they filed this petition to revoke, including multiple new crimes that you have been arrested for in March of 2025, which again is a Term 1 violation of your probation. So I am affirming that bond of $250.
Thank you, Mickey.
Please step to your left and they'll give you your paperwork.
Next!
Ms. Goodman to the podium. And
BS up in this. How dare she do me like that? Up next on The Price is Wrong. Let's see what kind of excuses we get next.
Good evening. Can I please get your name and date of birth?
Damn,
Nakisha
James.
Goodman.
You're cold.
Date of birth is 12/21/87.
You're one
Thank
cold
you, ma'am.
piece.
It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of aggravated assault with the use of a simulated deadly weapon, a Class 3 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 9th at 8:30. I'm releasing you today to the supervision of pretrial services. You'll have written conditions of release. It will include no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses, and you are not to possess any weapons. You're also going to get an envelope with your paperwork. It's going to have instructions, and in those instructions, it will give you the phone number to contact pretrial services once you've been released. Ensure that you contact them. You also need to ensure you attend those hearing dates. Dates, times, locations will be in your paperwork. If you fail to appear at those, they will issue a warrant and you'll risk being held on bond next time. All of that will be in that paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Honey, you will never see me again. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. If you step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Hey, you know what? Look,
Mr. Rosas
If that would have been me,
to the podium, and
I would have
Mr.
walked to that
Vasquez
office.
Ortiz to the chair.
I would have called. I would have made it to the office. That would have been my number one priority because I'm not trying to end up in jail.
My name is Leonardo.
That's just the end of it.
My date of birth is 2/10/05.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of unlawful means of transportation, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 9th at 8:30. I'm releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. You have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. You also need to ensure that you attend those hearings. You'll also get an envelope with your paperwork. You need to read the instructions in the envelope and contact pretrial services.
Are you guys sure
you attend those
that this
hearings
is
to
live?
avoid any failure to appear warrants and risk of being held on bond if you fail to appear. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Are you sure this is not the
Mr.
Matrix?
Vasquez Ortiz to the podium and Mr. Valenzuela Lopez to the chair.
Hey, well, that's a recipe for
Good evening.
for
Can
a
I get your name
disaster
and date of
because
birth?
the system don't care.
April 1st, 2002.
Thank you. It does look like we have 4 cases on the calendar. The first one is a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 9th at 8:30.
Is this
You
nice
also
court?
have 2 cases that you're currently on probation. When you were picked up for this offense, it is a Term 1 violation in each of those probation cases. So I will appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30 for the 2 probation cases. And then lastly, you have a municipal court warrant on the calendar, and that relates to a drug paraphernalia charge from October of 2024, and that is out of the Peoria Municipal Court. You're not entitled to court-appointed counsel in that case, but you can hire an attorney at your own expense. You're going to have an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on May 8th at 9 a.m. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance in all 4 cases. That's your promise to appear. You do have a handful of hearings coming up between your 4 cases. All the dates, times, and locations will be listed in your paperwork. You're also going to have written conditions of release in each of these cases you're going to need to comply with. It will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release.
Thank you.
All of this information will be included in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
So I had called in to get one of my warrants clogged.
Ashley, for you, I will.
I'm not too sure about what's happening with that.
I don't show any warrants. Officer, is there a hold?
No, ma'am. Not on my end.
Okay, I don't show any warrants. Well, other than the one that we just talked about, which is the drug paraphernalia, which I'm releasing you on, I don't show any other warrants. So unless something else comes up when they process you for release, I'm not showing anything at this time. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
People are ruthless tonight.
Mr. Valenzuela Lopez to the podium and Holland Machi to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Christopher Valenzuela, 11/29/2000.
Thank you, sir. It does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of narcotic drug possession and one count of possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense, both Class 4 felonies, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 9th at 8:30. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear at those hearings. You have written conditions of release you need to comply with, and you need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any failure to appear warrants and risk of being held on bond at the next hearing. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
All right, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you, sir. Ms. Machi to the podium and Mr. Espinoza to the chair.
Damn, everybody got picked up tonight. Shit, we're 38 minutes into this session, if you will.
Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Holland Bernard Machi, May 28, 1988.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you have 2 cases on the calendar.
Yes, ma'am.
One is a Superior Court probation violation with allegations you violated terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation. I'll appoint an attorney and set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. You also have a warrant that was issued by the Moon Valley Justice Court, and that relates to a DUI from 2016. It actually looks like
Should I
fail
hit it?
to pay some fines or
Danny
complete
wants me to
some
hit
court
the
orders,
mute button
as it
or the
relates to
X.
that case. You're not entitled to court-appointed counsel due to the nature of the charges in that case, but you can hire an attorney at your own expense if you would like to. I'm going to set an arraignment hearing in the Moon Valley Justice Court on May 9th at 10 a.m.
Mute Danny.
I'm releasing you today on your own recognizance in both of these cases. That's your promise to appear at these
Should I hit the
hearings.
mute button or should I mute Danny?
Times and the location will be listed in your paperwork, so make sure you look at that carefully. You also have release conditions. Those release conditions will be included in your paperwork, and it does include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
All right, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Oh,
Thank you,
Danny.
ma'am. Thank you.
That's
Mr.
how we know
Espinoza
this
to
is
the
your first
podium
time here,
and Mr.
Danny.
McDonald to the chair.
You guys always give yourselves up by saying that.
Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Measure Espinosa, 8593.
Danny needs a timeout.
Thank you. It does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of shoplifting, removal of goods, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of organized retail theft, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 9th at 8:30. I'm releasing you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at those hearings. You also have written conditions of release you need to comply with. It does include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses, and you may not go to any Food City stores. All of this information will be listed in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
All right, if you step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Mr. McDonald to the podium and Mr. Cortez to the chair.
McDonald, February 1st, 1980.
I'm sorry, sir, could you repeat your full name?
Jose McDonald.
There, you
And
guys
your
can see
date of
this one.
February
She's short.
1st, 1980.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of shoplifting, removal of goods, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 9th at 8:30. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at those hearings. You do have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It does include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged complainants, victims, or witnesses. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions? All right, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Cortez to the podium and Miss Autumn Mori to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Eduardo Macias, February 1192.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 9th at 8:30. I'm releasing you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at those hearings. You have written conditions of release you need to comply with, and you need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any failure to appear warrants.
But I'm sure we'll see her back.
Held on bond at any future hearings. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Ms. Mori to the podium and Mr. Hernandez to the chair.
Welcome, Don. Welcome to You Have a Collect Call From. We're doing live interviews. And I think the next person might be getting hired at Amazon or maybe
Good evening.
Walmart.
Can I get your name and date of birth?
Autumn Mori, 6693.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of facilitation, a Class 5 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference May 7th at 8:30, a preliminary hearing May 9th at 8:30. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at those hearings.
Thank you.
You have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses.
Arizona.
All of this information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. If you'll step to your left, I'll
Hey,
give you your paperwork.
What I want to know what's going on over here. I want to know what this lawyer's talking to
Mr.
her.
Hernandez to the podium.
This is going to be the big case tonight right here. This is going to be the money maker, if you will.
Good evening. Do we have a Spanish interpreter on the line?
Phoenix, yep. Maricopa County.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Josh, and I'm going to be your Spanish interpreter.
Josh.
ID number 395786640. How may I help you?
We have one case on the calendar that will require your assistance. We will go ahead and get
Here we
started.
go.
Good evening, sir. Could I please get your name and date of birth?
Hola, buenas tardes. Me presento. Mi nombre es Joshua. Voy a funcionar como su intérprete de inglés a
He's
español.
good. This guy's
Bien,
good.
tenemos un caso en el calendario, así que vamos ya a empezar con esto. Muy bien, buenas noches, señor. ¿Me podría brindar su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Damn, he said brindar.
Hola, muy buenas noches, señoría. Mi nombre es William Jorge Hernández, nacido el 9 de mayo de 1996.
Muy bien, señor. Quiero confirmar. Me dijo que su nombre sería señor William Jorge Hernández y me dijo su fecha de nacimiento sería 9 de mayo de 1996, ¿correcto?
Así es.
Perfecto. Hello, good evening, Your Honor. My name is William Jorge Hernandez.
Thank you
Your
for
birth
that.
is May 9, 1996.
Thank you, sir. We are here today on a failure
Top
to appear
notch.
bench warrant that was issued.
He has the novela
Muy
voice.
bien, muchísimas gracias, señor. Bueno, nos encontramos acá debido a que falló en aparecer en una de nuestras instalaciones debido a una orden que fue emitida.
I have information that you were previously before this court on December 18th, 2024.
Where's our colors on the
Bien,
clock tonight?
tengo acá información de que usted previamente apareció frente a esta corte el 18 de diciembre del 2024.
Were you taken from this facility by ICE after that hearing in December of 2024?
Usted fue llevado de esta instalación por ICE, Sistema de Inmigración, a la audiencia en diciembre del 2024.
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go.
And when were
Hotness.
you released by ICE?
Muy bien. ¿Cuándo fue usted liberado por ICE?
Aproximadamente hace como una semana y media, 2 semanas quizás. Ellos me llevaron desde el día 18 y recientemente hace como una semana y media o 2 semanas quizás fue que me dieron libertad bajo fianza.
Well, ma'am, so approximately 1 week and a half ago, 2 weeks perhaps, they took me on the 18th, and recently they just, released me. Well, they released me under a bond, so I bond out.
Yo, remember the horseshoe days? I heard about it.
También me gustaría decir que estuve todo el tiempo mencionando cuando me llevaron con ICE la corte, la audiencia que tenía el día 2 de enero y el día 6 de enero, y lo estuve mencionando todo el tiempo con ICE y pensé en algún momento que ellos me iban a traer ante corte y pues no pasó así, pero siempre estuve mencionándolo.
And by the way, man, I would also like to say that I was always stating to ICE that I had a hearing here on the court, and that was on January the 2nd and January the 6th, and I thought that they will bring me here to court.
Thank you for providing me that information. I'm going to affirm the attorney previously appointed to represent you.
Muy bien, muchísimas gracias por proveerme esta información, señor. Ahora, voy a afirmar al abogado previamente que lo estaba representando a usted.
I'm going to set an arraignment hearing April 30th at 8:30 a.m.
Muy bien, voy a fijar una audiencia para el 30 de abril a las 8:30 am.
I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at that hearing.
Y bueno, voy a liberarlo el día de hoy bajo su propio reconocimiento.
He's probably going to get another one.
Promesa de aparecer a esa audiencia.
You have written conditions of release to include not possessing any weapons.
Usted tiene condiciones escritas para su liberación que incluyen no poseer ningún arma.
All of this information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Toda esta información va a estar en sus documentos. ¿Usted tiene alguna pregunta?
Super español.
Señoría, quisiera saber que ICE no me va a volver a llevar y que
There's no guarantee for that. He's going to get caught up in a vicious cycle. Very unfortunate.
Well, Your Honor, I will let you know that ICE will not take me away again from this audience, from this hearing.
Judge has no control over that. Not this judge, at
Thank you,
least.
sir. And just make sure you attend that hearing April 30th.
Muchas gracias, señor. Y, por favor, asegúrese de que atienda a esta audiencia.
We'll see him back in like 2 weeks. The same thing all over again. It's gonna be like deja vu. I would hate.
To your left, they'll give you your paperwork.
That's what the judge didn't even say nothing. She's like, man,
Okay,
I can't help this fool.
Gira a su izquierda, le van a entregar sus documentos.
Did you have an additional question, sir?
Bien, señor, ¿tiene alguna pregunta adicional?
Sí, me dice ella que compadezca a esta audiencia que me está mencionando. Lo que yo estoy preocupado es que ICE me vuelva a llevar apenas que ella me dé libertad.
She can't do nothing
o sea,
for you, homeboy. No
si
puede
ella me da
hacer
libertad,
nada.
yo tenía una cita con un abogado legal hoy a las 5 de la tarde y pues a las 11 más resta.
Well, ma'am, so yes, you're telling me right now to appear at this hearing. My concern is with ICE. ICE will take me again, so if I go to an attorney's appointment with a legal appointment at 5 p.m., then after that appointment, will ICE take me again?
Did you say you posted a bond when you were released from ICE?
Yep.
Muy bien, señor. ¿Usted me dijo que usted pagó una fianza cuando fue liberado de ICE?
Yes, ma'am, 10,000.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any follow-up hearings with them?
He just got out.
Muy bien. ¿Usted tiene alguna audiencia de seguimiento con ellos?
El día 4 de junio tengo mi próxima audiencia de migración.
Well, yes, ma'am. On June the 4th, I have this immigration hearing.
Okay, so make sure you comply with ICE as well as attend these hearings.
She's avoiding the question. She doesn't want to tell that fool the truth.
Señor. Por favor, asegúrese de ponerse de acuerdo y llegar con ICE, así también como venir a todas estas audiencias.
Does that answer your question?
Nope.
Muy bien, señor. ¿Eso responde a su pregunta?
No. He's not gonna get...
Eso creo. Si lo que estoy entendiendo es que voy a quedar en libertad hoy, que el día que me da la audiencia debo presentarme acá y la próxima ICE. Si eso fue lo que entendí, creo que sí entendí todo.
Nope.
Well, I think so, ma'am. What I understand is that I will be released today and that I need to appear before you on my next hearing, and also I need to appear before ICE on my next hearing.
Your next hearing won't be before me on April 30th.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn it down. So what's gonna happen to this guy is as soon as he was in ICE and he had an ICE hold, they let him go. Okay, he paid a bond. So but then Maricopa picked him up somehow. So he's in their custody now. As soon as he gets picked up and he's in custody with Maricopa, he has an automatic ICE hold. So when he gets released from here, immigration is going to hold him. Immigration is going to have to come pick him up. He's going to go back to immigration hold. It's just going to be a vicious cycle. It might not make sense to some of you guys, but this is how a lot of people get trapped in the system. Very unfortunate.
Hello, ma'am.
And that concludes...
Is there anything else?
That is everything. I really appreciate your assistance this evening.
Yup. He paid the $10,000.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you for calling. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
So then the reason I know, because I had a buddy.
Can we see if counsel and Mr. Montoya are ready?
I had a buddy. He got arrested for shoplifting at Target. At Target, and they were gonna give him a ticket. And when they took him down to the station, they told him, "Oh man, sir, we can't let you go anymore. You got an ICE hold." And that was it. It was a wrap. There was nothing they could do. Once that ICE hold shows up, they're not gonna let you go.
Montoya, August 31st, 1966.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Hamill, could I get your appearance for the record?
Yes, Edward Hamill, wearing a limited notice of appearance, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. And do I have the state on the line?
Yes, Your Honor. George Kellerman from Maricopa County Attorney's Office.
Thank you, Mr. Kellerman. We're here today on a new Superior Court case. It does include 8 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, a Class 2 felony. Mr. Hamill, are you here to discuss probable cause, release conditions, or both?
Your Honor, we aren't going to contest the probable cause. We'll discuss the release conditions.
Thank you, counsel. Court is going to find probable cause today. Because your counsel has only entered a limited notice of appearance, I am still going to appoint an attorney to represent you. If anything changes in the future, Mr. Hamill can file an entry of appearance. and then my order to appoint a public defender would be null and void. I am going to set a couple hearings in the downtown Superior Courthouse on 175 West Madison Street. You're going to have a status conference April 28th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30 a.m. Next, we are going to discuss your release conditions. Mr. Kellerman, would you like to put the state's recommendation on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. The county attorney's office considers exploitive child pornography to be extremely dangerous offense because the perpetrator is simply one step removed from acting upon his deviant attraction to children. Two, he creates the market for those individuals who are actually victimizing the children depicted in such recordings. So for those reasons, the state is requesting a bond, in this case, which is significantly lower than it typically does, but of $50,000 secured appearance. Electronic monitoring is required by statute. No contact with minors and no use of the internet except for work or school. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kellerman. Mr. Hamill, would you like to put your request on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. In this matter, I think OR would be appropriate. He's 58 years old.
OR?
He's lived in the same residence for 27 years. He's married. There's no minors in the residence.
Married?
He has his adult son, his adult daughter. He has no priors whatsoever. He's a United States citizen. We've actually been attempting to facilitate self-surrender for over a month. He's no danger or flight risk to the community. He's a retiree from the city of Phoenix, although he's also employed full-time now. Born and raised in Arizona. He doesn't have a passport. He's never traveled internationally.
And that's a good thing.
There's no sensitive locations within the immediate proximity of his residence. And I would also point out the state actually only charged him with 8 counts instead of the normal 10.
Oh, 8. Wow, big difference.
The crime actually occurred, I believe it was discovered by Nick Mick in 2023, June of 23. Avondale PD received their report in October of 23, and they executed a search warrant in June of 24, and they've just got around to doing the charging now, Your Honor. He's no danger to the community, and I think Avondale PD's lack of urgency indicates that.
Thank you, counsel.
Simon,
and I did take note that this was originally from October of 2023. I also do have to consider the 15 factors in the statute. And I did do that when I was reviewing this case, and that does include the lack of a criminal history here in this case. And because of that, I am going to set a much lower bond than I typically would. Something like this is usually a cash bond of upwards of $100,000.
Oh, that
I am
is
going to set the secured appearance bond of $50,000. That does mean you can use a bail bonding company, typically 10% plus collateral. However, if you do post that bond, I am going to release you to pretrial services, and you will be equipped with electronic monitoring. You will also have written conditions of release that you'll need to comply with. It will include not having any contact with any minors and no accessing the internet through any electronic means. All of this information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, Mr. Montoya?
On that contacting with the minors, I do have nieces and nephews that we get together.
Forget about them.
Houses and get part of.
Forget about it. Shouldn't even be a question.
Am I not allowed to go to get together with families anymore? Or?
Yeah.
Correct. At this time, there will be no contact with any minors, whether it be your own children or family members.
What kind of question is that?
Mr. Hamill, did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. That will conclude this hearing. If you need to speak with your client, feel free to do that, and the officer will give you the paperwork. And Mr. Kellerman, thank you for being here this evening. Feel free to disconnect at your convenience.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good night.
What I want to know, how come the DA didn't speak? The DA didn't say anything.
Case number 10 will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to self. Jose Young, date of birth, February 10th, 1983.
Secured.
This is a new Superior Court case. It does include 3 counts of aggravated assault, a Class 5 felony, and 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent him. I'm setting a status conference April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30. I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If bond is posted, he will have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 14 will also proceed as a house call due to being a danger to self. Pedro Chavez Perales, date of birth April 14th, 1991. We are here on a justice court warrant related to leaving the scene of an accident with an offense date of June of 2024 and failing to appear at a hearing in March of 2025. He is not entitled to court-appointed counsel due to the nature of his charge, but he can hire an attorney at his own expense. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the El Centro Justice Court on May 8th at 8:30 and releasing him on his own recognizance.
Let me see. I'll look him up right now. Let me jump on.
He will have written conditions of release that he will need to comply with. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 25 and 26 will proceed as a house call due to the defendant refusing orders. This is for David Hunter, date of birth July 26, 1984. The first case is a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of narcotic drug possession, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, and 1 count of obstructing a highway or a public thoroughfare. Probable cause is not being found as it relates to the narcotic drugs or the drug paraphernalia, only to the count of obstructing a public thoroughfare. I will appoint counsel and set a status conference on April 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing May 1st at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond of $50 in this case. He does have a second case on the calendar, which is a probation violation warrant with allegations he violated terms 3 and 5. I will appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing April 29th at 8:30. In that case, I am affirming the secured appearance bond of $1,000. If bond is posted on these 2 cases, he will have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime and contacting his probation officer within 72 hours. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. That concludes our 11 p.m. calendar, and we will now stand in recess until 5 a.m.
I'm trying to get the name. Hold on. Let me pull it up so you guys could hear too. I'm just trying to rewind, but it's not easy. Hold up. Let me see here. For those of you guys that want to know their name, just sit tight. Make sure I don't got it too high.
Thank you.
Okay.
Court is going to find probable cause today. Because your counsel has only...
It was a wrap. Okay, he's coming up right now. They could do. Once that ice hole shows up, they're not going to let you go.
August 31st,
Was it Jose Montoya?
Thank you, sir. And
I was talking. I shouldn't have been talking.
Mr. Hamilton, conference, April 20.
Within the immediate proximity of his arrest. Crime actually occurred. He's 58 years old.
There is simply one step.
And that concludes.
Is there anything else?
That is everything. I really appreciate your assistance this evening.
Okay, he's coming back up right now. He paid the $10,000.
You're welcome, man. Thank you for calling. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
So then the reason I know, because I had a buddy.
Can we see if counsel and Mr. Montoya are ready?
Montoya, I had a buddy. He got arrested for shoplifting at Target. And they were gonna give him a ticket. And when they took him down to the station, they told him, "Oh man, sir, we can't let you go anymore. You got an ice hold." And that was it. It was a wrap. There was nothing they could do. Once that ice hold shows up, they're not gonna let you go. I think it's Jose Montoya.
Thank you, sir.
Let me look up Jose Montoya up right now let me see how good my Twitter fingers are right now. Somebody said that they came up in the news, so if they come out in the news, then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Montoya. All right, let me see. Jose Montoya. Let me see. Phoenix. Maricopa. Let me try Maricopa. Arrest. Let's see what comes up. Is anybody searching too? Let me see here. Oh, today's hearings. Let's see what's on the calendar here. Okay, let me see. Control find Montoya. No. The only Montoya that I found on here for today is Jonathan Montoya. Could it be Jonathan Montoya? Yeah, I'm looking at the calendar for today, and it's Jonathan Montoya. Let me check. Such a common name. Yeah, it was Jose. Let me see. Montoya, Jonathan Montoya, Maricopa. Let me see. Maricopa. Is it Jose? Can't find them. Let's see, child. Somebody said that you guys saw him in the news. What channel did you guys see him on? Put his date of birth, what name? Says he was sentenced to 292 months in prison. What the what? I don't. That seems a little bit too fast right there. I only learned from being here. That was a different guy. Let's see. Let me just type in Montoya without Jonathan. It's Maricopa child. Let me see. More suspected. I can't find anything reported. My family calls me the Google Queen. Let me see. Somebody said that they saw it in the news, so their wives stand with them. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't find anything, but I'll try a little bit later when I have a little bit more time. But yeah, it's definitely crazy. Let me see here. So that's it. This court is over, man. For those of you that are interested, we'll be watching court tomorrow morning in California, and I gotta make that video for the court hearings of today. Let me see. I heard Avondale. Let me see. Not him asking if he can go to his family get together. Two totally different. Put in county name and birthday on Google. What was his date of birth? Did anybody catch his date of birth? Let me play it back one more time.
And Mr. Hamill, could I get your appearance for the record?
Yes, Edward Hamill, we're in a limited notice of appearance, Your Honor.
And it might not make sense to some of you guys, but
Court is going to find probable cause today.
In a bond, in this case, which is significantly lower than it upon his deviant attraction.
Mr. Hamill, are you here to discuss probable cause?
He's gonna go back to immigration hold. It's just gonna be a vicious cycle. It might not make sense to some of you guys, but this is how a lot of people get trapped in the system. Very unfortunate. So my YouTube is back up. It's back up.
That concludes.
Is there anything else?
That is everything. I really appreciate your assistance.
Flush if you whine. Yup. He paid the 10,000. Yup.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice night. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.
So then the reason I know, because I had a buddy.
Can we see if counsel and Mr. Montoya are ready?
I had a buddy. He got arrested for shoplifting at Target. At Target, and they were gonna give him a ticket. And when they took him down to the station, they told him, "Oh man, sorry, we can't let you go anymore. You got an ICE hold." And that was it. It was a wrap. There was nothing they could do. Once that ICE hold shows up, they're not gonna let you go.
August 31st, 1956.
August 31st, 1956.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Hamill, could I get your appearance for the record?
Yes, Edward Hamill, we're in a limited notice of appearance, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. And do I have the state on the line?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. George Kellerman from Maricopa County Attorney's Office.
Did you guys hear Jose? I thought I heard Jose,
Thank you,
but
Mr. Telemann.
I don't know.
We're here today on a new Superior Court case. It does include 8 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, a
All
Class
right, let me
2
pause that
felony.
there. Let me see. What did you guys hear? And then the thing is with Maricopa, play it again.
Mr. Hamill, are you here to discuss?
Okay.
That is everything. I really appreciate your assistance this evening.
Yup. He paid the 10,000.
You're
Yup.
welcome, ma'am. Thank you
I'm
for
checking
calling.
the
Have a nice
Avondale.
day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
You too.
I
Bye.
could only hear you. And one of the times that I was talking, this is the one time. Then the reason I know, because I had a
Can
buddy.
we see if counsel and Mr. Montoya are ready?
I had a buddy. He got arrested for shoplifting at Target. At Target, and they were gonna give him a ticket. And when they took him down to the station, they told him, "Oh man, sir, we can't let you go anymore. You got an ice hold." And that was it. It was a wrap. There was nothing they could do. Once that ice hold shows up, they're not gonna let you go.
August 31st, 1966.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Hamill, could I get your appearance for the record?
Yes, Edward Hamill, we're in a limited notice of appearance, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Man, I might have to send this video to the FBI so they could clear up my voice. Let me see. October 31st, 56. Let's see here. Nothing on their Facebook page. Last name is Montoya. Your clock is 5 seconds ahead. Ah, damn it! It's because of the lag. My internet is not that lightning fast. That's what's happening. Copy. So, damn. See, I'm typing in Jose Montoya on the MA search here. We'll see right now. Not the bad internet again. Do you need? I might need 2 this time. Let me see. I don't know. Nah, nothing coming up. Let me type in Jonathan. See Jonathan. Let me check Jonathan Montoya. Because I mean, I found the Montoya on the court calendar there. Let me see here. Paste. Search. 56. Yep. All right, my thing is thinking right now. No, that's not. Yeah, that's not his name. Oh well, I tried, guys. My Twitter fingers weren't working that good. What's up, Sancho 310? 2 cent. don't spend it on. Wow, man, Teresa, you sent over 2 pence. Highly appreciate that. Good morning. What time does court start today? And kick, please, James. UK time. I don't know UK time. So right now it's what is it? Midnight right now. So we'll be live in 8 hours. So whatever 8 hours from now, that's what we'll be live. I'm gonna be up at 8 a.m. My local time, if you will. Jose probably not correct either. Jose, let me check. Jose, maybe Juan. Let's check. It was something. It sounded like something with a J. They sent a cowboy hat last session. Thank you. Highly appreciate that. Yeehaw. Currently 8 souls. Yeah, that's not it either. I don't know. We'll have to crack this case tomorrow, if you will. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take it down for the day. I'll be back on YT tomorrow. They lifted the ban about 9 LA normally. That is right, Smog. 8:12 UK time. Yup. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys. Whether you're watching, you're lurking, all of that stuff, you know, it don't matter. Hey, I am Collect Call James. You are watching. You have a collect call from. Look up Luis Antonio. Hold on. Okay, Luis. Let's see. Luis Antonio. Luis. It's stinking. It's stinking. Nope, nothing. Nah, 404. For Luis Antonio Gonzalez. Flush, if you will. All right, guys. Hey, you are. I am Collect Call James. You are watching. You have a collect call from. And like I said right here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it slices out. And with that, we're out. You guys have a good one. A rato. Mind the gap. Mind the gap.